Greg Joseph now ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Minneapolis. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Opening play, here's Ryan. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A nice gain at 21 yards. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And now as we get toward the home stretch here, the regular season, Charles, let's take a look at the list of key inactives for them in this one.
Yeah, and after almost a full season of physical games, you know you're going to have some guys missing during the final weeks of the season. Nature of how we play this sport. Every team, you got to be prepared to handle them. And the teams that focus on handling it, focus on guys getting ready to play, even if they're not starters, those are the ones that weather the storm.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue.
2nd and 5. Here's Ryan. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Taylor. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. And he lost 6 there on the first down play.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. Now it's Ryan. And he'll just get rid of it.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
Blankenship's kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. And good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roll and picked up big yardage.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Last play they got over 20 yards. This time the top 30. We know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just been off two huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes
This is intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. There he goes left side. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Rodrigo Blankenship now for the PAT. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs. So a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 that had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB2, let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time.
Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. To throw is Cousins. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Cousins again. Flush to his right. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Now Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Here's a quick throw to Thielen. Well, the Vikings set 11-2 now, and they're coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
To the air again, it's Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. Down inside the 10. But he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Dalvin Cook so good in the open field, but he's equally good down here near the goal line. He can find those seams and just push his way through. So he might get
touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have got it back to within a score. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce-back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, they're down only 1 score. Still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Five yards remain on 2nd down. Now Ryan. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, 36 yards. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. This taken in at the goal line. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Adam Thielen, he gets set to go again with the rest of this offense. Last drive, the touchdown, 4 catches. Really good. He was. They were not good on the other side trying to stop him. What do they need to do?
Well, this is where the entire staff has to get involved because we always focus on the defensive coordinator. But he needs help from other people with their eyes and their expertise, and he needs to listen to them. And sometimes you just can't afford to wait on a drive and say, okay, let's get to the sidelines and start over. You need to find a way in the middle of that drive to start taking away what's hurting you.
Yeah, in-series adjustments, and how do you do that?
Well, what you do is you listen to what everyone else is telling you, what they're seeing, the patterns that are developing, and maybe you just start running extra bodies to take away that particular player.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. On the move past the 40. And he'll be in just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Yeah, big play there. When you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. They'll throw again. Cousins. Touchdown! Adam Thielen with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Cousins will try and throw. And this one is caught. Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And the Colts about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Ryan, they'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. So we come. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And the Vikings set to go on offense to begin the third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Cook again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well, great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 2nd down, Cook, nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
I have to think a major focus in the halftime mix had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 25 yards that time.
That's a big let there on third down because you've got to count for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a first down, but for big yardage as well.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far in this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics, he's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, Quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses, but basically it's that outside player.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Throwing is Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
3 tight ends up front here, third and goal. Throwing, Cousins. Touchdown, Vikings! Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. On that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just there, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to react to it? A little bit of a challenge for us.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter. Throwing again on second down. Ryan, and this is incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his third most fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's third and 1. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a fourth down. Here's Matt Hawk now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This will be fielded at the 17. Called out a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, first and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
The Vikings on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be third and 5. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he will have the Vikings first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
second down, they go right back to Cook. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Setting up the screen for Cook. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So now Ryan and the Colts down 21-17, 1:46 to go. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Ryan. Finding Pittman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Ryan to throw. Pass complete to Ali Cox. Time a factor as Ryan will hustle him to the line. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Taylor. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Here's Ryan. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Now Ryan. And incomplete on the deep ball. So this defense, they looked like they're shaking to start the drive. Bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it.
On this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. This one came right down to the wire.